screen press, and you know, can do 4 different colors. Which,
okay.
But
This is gonna cost me a that pretty little penny.
yeah.
Yeah, it is. I know it already.
Hey, there we go.
What?
It's got to be you.
I didn't pay you on that.
Yeah, no, but that's still good.
It's gonna cost me a that pretty little penny.
See?
Come on, man.
Still get tagged.
More money and shit goes bad. We're fucked.
What are you talking about?
Pay more money for this shit nowadays. Grapes. If they go bad, way more easier.
Not talking shit because
Cause they're selling old shit to begin with. The shit ain't fresh.
I get them like that too.
If you get fresh grapes, they should last at least a week.
Yeah, and they're not coming in
Oh, they're getting fresh
baggy.
I got to the point where, until this epidemic shit came down, I just bought enough food to last for 2 days. Especially perishable shit like vegetables and fruit.
I'll keep like garlic, onions, and potatoes.
Because I hate throwing shit out.
And then I get my vegetable and my meat, you know, usually within 2 days of eating it. For sure.
I went 3 days vegan last week. I went 3 days vegan.
Yeah.
And it was no fun.
It was no fun?
No. But I'm gonna try to do at least 2 or 3 days every week of vegan if I can.
No,
well, not
eggs.
vegan.
Yeah, vegetarian.
Not vegan, more vegetarian than vegan.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Because, like, eggs are really good for you.
And vegan is expensive.
What I think
it's
is
just veggies.
a good thing.
It's not that expensive if you buy frozen. You can get fucking frozen veggies for cheap.
If you're trying to eat vegan for not moral reasons, if you like...
I'm just trying to be healthy, that's all. I ain't got no...
But stock up on protein the days before you go on it. You know, like, eat a good amount of protein,
Yeah.
and then take 2 days vegan, 3 days vegan. That's what I think.
Oh, my God. Oh. Yes, so my plan... Well, I'm going to save up the money if I don't get another stimulus check. If I get a stimulus check, I'm going to have my hoodies and my t-shirts made up, and then I'm going to put them up for sale, you know. And the money I generate from that, I'm going to find me a building where I can have club meetings, show movies, have events, have marijuana-related events. And in the back, when people aren't there, I'm going to have a trimming station where guys can come, bring their stuff, wait in the waiting room for an hour and a half, and then pick their stuff up and go home. It'll be all trimmed. Yeah, it'll be all trimmed up, all packaged up, ready for them to take it.
That's cool. Yeah, do your own service.
That's my plan, you know.
Oh, yeah, you could definitely get your logo. Once you get your logo and stuff settled, go on to Amazon, get those little baggies like everybody has.
Yep.
Put your sticker on it.
It's gonna cost me some money, but I think I can
You
get
trim
it.
and throw it in a baggie.
It's like one thing I found out though, trimming. Most really good growers, they don't want any machines on their stuff. They want this stuff hand trimmed. The only people that want machine stuff are big operations. Yeah. And that's only because they can't find enough trimmers to do it anyway. There's a shortage of trimmers. There's got to be.
You think?
Oh yeah. Last month I turned 3 people down because they were either too far away or I just didn't get a good vibe from them, you know.
Girls That Trim is a trimming company too out there.
Girls That Trim.
That's what I was trying to tell Michelle when I stopped trimming for her, but she got a couple of people that live near her that came over to help her trim. You know her friend, the guy that does air conditioning.
He's a fucking call her and give her a talk, see how we should be reacting. See how she's doing.
how, like, what she thinks of everything.
Yeah. I
Because
talked
it
to
is her fucking
Yeah,
specialty.
that's her forte. I talked to her last week.
She's like, wear a mask.
Now, when you hand it to me in reverse. Hand it to me not with the glue facing you, but the glue facing me.
Yeah, I think I might have fucked mine up too.
Because he handed it to you with the glue facing him, and then you gotta like reposition the joint. And when you do that, you lose the. Can he do it?
Good.
Oh, he just
I don't know
turned
what I did.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, homeboy.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Let's not bring Christ into this, okay?
Well,
Look, see, that was so much.
to be honest with you, that dude didn't want to be brought into anything.
Oh, I saw a stupid meme the other day that was like, what was it? Jesus Christ was a not white man persecuted by the authorities, and I was like, whoop, that won't.
The old, was he black or was he white routine? Huh?
Well,
Whatever he was.
whatever, he definitely wasn't white.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of hard for him to be white.
Especially,
He could have been olive color.
Yes,
Yeah.
especially when you consider the fact that it was an immaculate conception.
Right, exactly.
She pops out a white baby. Oh no.
So what's his name?
Yeah, it's over.
Justin wasn't going for
Yeah,
that.
just stoned the shit out of that bitch. Like what? Kill both that bitch and the baby.
Which Roman soldier did you
Ozzy
get?
says good morning or good morning.
What is-
He said good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, Ozzy.
And I said good
What's up,
morning
Ozzy?
because fuck Ozzy and his bullshit. Make me angry. Not really. I just can't read. It's my fault.
What do you mean you can't read? What the fuck are you talking
I
about?
was just joking because I missed.
Oh, you mean it? Oh, I
Got
see.
a book right there.
It's called a joke that didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good at those ones.
Well, at least you're good at something.
I know. So
Now, who made your logo?
I had
Well, I mean, you had most of it there, but
Yeah.
somebody had to do all of this.
McGrath.
Who?
McGrath. Josh. The redhead guy.
Do I know it?
Yeah, he's got a beard, short beatboxing. He's been on the show.
Okay.
And he's been here because he comes and plays games and shit with me. But he did it for me. He put it together. Because that's the one that, right here.
Mm-hmm.
I had him do it right before the
Right.
thing. Fucking blueberry.
It just blows my mind. Your blueberry and Lou's blueberry are nothing alike. They don't look alike. They just taste similar.
Just wait till you see this fucking bunch of shit coming out the warehouse in the next couple of weeks, months. It's all blueberry, but I don't know. I either cut. I don't know what the fuck happened.
What do you
I
mean?
think it's honestly. I think it's root bound. It grows so fast in a 1 gallon that it stresses.
By the time you
out.
catch it,
Yeah.
And you weren't using the smarts there, are you? No.
But it didn't do it before. I
So-
didn't have an issue before.
so is it stressed or it's okay?
Can't tell.
Can't tell yet.
I know. There's a batch of 4 that are definitely not normal looking. Are they going to produce anything? I don't have any idea.
Well, you'll soon find out.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, I mean, it's inevitable.
Had to kill a dead head.
That was it.
Yeah, but you what?
Heartbreaker.
I fucking found some dicks on one of the deadhead
Oh.
seeds. God damn.
One that was from seed.
Yeah, one of the
New
from
ones.
seeds. I bought it off of fucking Cali Connection. Went to the
Oh, yeah.
Cali Connection website. So, but it's none of my own genetics yet. Those ones are still looking good. As of right now, I've got pop. What we pop 6?
I think so. Something in that range.
Yeah, 2 and
5 or
4.
6.
Yeah, 2 and 4. Because the first 2 was a deadhead and a TS4, and then the next 2 were S4Ds. 1 male so far out of 6. Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
It is.
Yeah. So I'm kind of surprised on that.
Man, it sucks that one came down though. It was so stocky and just starting to stretch.
Yeah, it started to stretch, but I could see by the bud structure, I was like, this ain't looking right, man.
Yeah. You knew something was wrong.
Yeah, it took me a minute to find him, but I found him. And then the Jedi Kushes, oh man, they're not going to produce much, but they're, I don't know, I can't smell, there's no smell yet. One of them looks like I didn't give it enough nutrients, or I gave it too much. I can't tell. Yeah, because it's first time growing it, so.
Yeah. Huh, that's interesting.
And then there's a King Jack and another Deadhead.
King Jack.
Yeah, that's what you're getting tomorrow. Plus I have a Deadhead plant downstairs you can have.
Cool.
That one that's down there?
Oh yeah, that one's. I actually put in a little work trimming it up. Did you see that?
No, the one that's in the 1 gallon that's that you were supposed to
Kill. Yeah.
Yeah.
I trimmed it up instead.
Oh, okay, well it's
I
going to him.
saved it. Yeah.
Cool. They're going in the ground.
Oh,
Today you give them some, putting them in the ground.
yeah.
I've already picked out a nice sunny spot.
Yeah, I saw Chef's pasta salad was good.
Yeah.
Shit, a buddy of mine.
Although I'm not the biggest fan of peas, but it was so good.
I know, I ain't either, but I couldn't really tell they were there.
I was like,
Because he would put chickpeas,
peas.
broccoli, cauliflower, peas.
Well, I like chickpeas.
I do too.
Yeah, those ones are good. What do you call them? Sweet peas.
Was a salad?
Yeah, like a pasta salad. So
Okay.
he took like cheese tortellini
Yeah.
and made that into a pasta salad.
That's cool.
Yeah, there was bacon in there too, I guess.
Yeah.
And
You can tell something what's going on.
he had a little bit of. He goes, I took because he's got a
Tell
plant
if
on the
it's chicken
outside
or
of his
bacon.
house that's a chocolate mint,
Uh-huh.
and he goes, I took like 10 little leaves off there, cut that bitch up, put that in there too. I was like, I couldn't tell. It might have been in there.
I don't have chocolate mint. I got mint in my backyard. I got mint. I got wild mint, wild mint, wild spearmint. I got mint and spearmint, and I got wild onions in my backyard.
What's the difference of spearmint? Just longer branches, longer leaves?
Yeah. Yeah. Mint is a little teeny leaf, a little rounded kind of leaf, and a spearmint leaf is longer and narrower. And the spearmint ones, I mean, as soon as you put the spearmint leaf in your mouth, it just explodes with flavor. Where the mint takes a little while.
He had some rosemary, some busted off little chunk, and just
So rosemary.
yeah.
You ever rosemary? Is it rosemary? What am I thinking of? No, I'm thinking of rosewood. It's a psychedelic
Nope.
called rosewood.
Nope.
Looks like
You ever had it?
psychedelic? No.
You eat the seeds of it, or they look like seeds. And I was at a outdoor fire pit. They had these big logs, and this shit burnt all night long too. And a guy came up with this baggie with this powder in it. It's this rosewood powder. I ground up the rosewood things and made a powder. I'd never had this shit before, and everybody was taking a tablespoon of it. You know,
Just eating it.
yeah, just eating it. So they got to me. Fuck it, everybody else doing it. I do it too. So I I ate that shit, man. We were sitting by the fire, right? About 20 minutes went by, and all of a sudden, it was hard for me to see. I was like, what the fuck? It's like blurry and shit, right? And then all of a sudden, it was like a wave. And I was fucked up. I was
Like
hallucinating.
out in a different world, or
I was hallucinating. It wasn't a pleasant fucked up.
so it was a rough trip,
Physically, it was a rough trip.
painful,
Had to be.
Just annoying.
annoying.
Not painful, but just like uncomfortable is the word.
Okay.
You know, you feel like you sit still, but you gotta move, but then you gotta move, and you gotta sit still, all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a nightmare, man. That shit lasted all night long.
You never did that shit again.
No, and I had the opportunity to do it again. I said, no, thank you. I'm not the one for that one, boy. And I went back to my room, and I was in like a motel room. You know, you got a little bathroom there, a little hallway, then the big room with your bed in it. And I could see the bathroom from my bed. And I was getting ready to throw up. And I looked and it seemed like the telescope, seemed like the bathroom went further away from the bed. And I'm looking at it like, oh, can I make it to the bathroom? It was a nightmare. And the next day I had an orientation at 7 o'clock in the morning.
For where?
I was getting a job working for the Nebraska state of Nebraska, and one of their facilities for severely and profoundly retarded people.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a hell of a job.
Was it?
Oh my God! You ever seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yeah.
That's what I was doing.
So you were the guards. Yeah.
And every other week I had to go to the lockup unit with the people that were they couldn't let them amongst the general public. They had a special lockup room for them. And every other week I had to work lockup. That's what the really insane motherfuckers were.
What's Nebraska like? Never been to that.
Nebraska's flat. It's
Right
just
now,
flat.
Math world.
But it wasn't then. When I was there, it
I'm
wasn't.
sure it wasn't then.
But really, man, it was really nice people, man. I never had
80s or 70s?
80s.
Because Nebraska, like, my father has a image that the 80s was amazing, right?
Yeah, what was amazing?
Like, Reagan was awesome.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then there's people that think Clinton was awesome.
Yeah.
But, like, I know people from Nebraska that just thought they were bad, all of them. Like, they were like, it just wasn't good.
Yeah. Well, I stayed primarily in Lincoln, Nebraska, which is a university town. You know.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Nebraska doesn't have any professional teams.
No.
So they're all about college football. And the first Sunday I was there, I got up, I'm going to go get me some breakfast. You know, put my clothes on, jumped in my car. Nobody, where's everybody? There was nobody anywhere. Then all of a sudden I heard this noise. I was like, what the fuck? It was the stadium. They were making so much noise in that stadium. I was about 3 miles from the stadium. And I could hear it, you know. And I drove downtown, had breakfast. There was only 2 people in the restaurant. Nobody walked up and down the street. And then when they let out, oh my God, it was unbelievable. Nothing but red and white. Everybody was wearing red. Now I wasn't. I was the only person that wasn't wearing red and white. Everybody was wearing red and white, man.
Well, that makes sense.
And they were drinking. Woo!
Yeah, because you don't know much about sports anyway.
Isn't that where all those pornos come from?
What?
Like 5 years ago? All those stupid ones? Nebraska Girls or something like that?
Oh, I've never seen no Nebraska. I don't know
I-
about that.
I don't know.
Nebraska does not seem like the state that legalized fucking.
They had some good weed there, though.
Yeah.
Did you know?
You probably actually, if you had good weed, you probably dealt with Don. My friend Don. If you were in Nebraska near Lincoln and you were getting weed, you probably were dealing with him. At some point, you probably did, because he's one of those dudes that.
Well, there was a couple of guys when I first got there, before I knew anybody, that I met, you know, at a restaurant, and they had weed.
The fuck you
I'm seeing things. What is that white thing? You see that white thing flying? Just went by that tree. Never mind. What the fuck
You
was
talking
it?
about my bird? The bird?
No, man. No, it was weird. Okay.
Motherfucker got me looking in the.
I'm high.
All right.
I'm high.
Reflection or something.
I'm high.
Trying to scare people, make them think there's aliens.
I don't know. I saw something really weird. It was a round white ball flying.
Yeah, so
That's what it looked like.
It ran away. So they got this cat stuff. It's like catnip mixed with some other stuff, and they're calling it like Meow Joanna.
I think I heard of that.
Oh, dude, she fucking goes ape shit for it. Like, look at her. They've been passed out for a while now because they went off on that and they go crazy.
I know he laid out.
Just
He's
straight
always-
stretch.
Yeah, he's
I've
straight.
never
They're
seen
fucked up, aren't they?
fucked up like that.
They're fucked up.
Yeah, they've been fucked up.
Like,
she's like rolling on the ground in it. She's like, I gotta get this bitch in me.
I didn't even realize he was.
I didn't either.
Yeah, that's kind of
His
why.
little tail laid out.
But
That's
that's
not
a
even
full
his tail, it's
stretch.
his foot. He don't have a tail, remember?
Oh, that's right. That's his foot.
Yeah, he don't have a little tail. He's got a tail this big.
Yeah, he's knocked out, man.
Of course he is.
Wow, look at him.
He can go in and out as he pleases. That's why they don't rush the door.
Yeah.
Because they already can go outside. And they've been out, when they've gone out there, scary shit's happened.
Dog goes out
Oh,
there.
dude, he goes, he's been out of, like, he gets out of that leash quick.
I tell you what, the day there's a mouse out there is the day they conquer the day.
Well, there's mice out there. There's mice all over
Yeah,
this
well,
motherfucker.
the day they
And
go out there and
rabbits.
see
I mean, that's
one
just
and
natural, though.
There's mice and rabbits out there.
snatch. Oh,
In fact, you know what I saw the other day? I was
yeah, they
driving around Highland Park. They're putting a lot of those farms in Highland Park.
Really?
Yeah, man. Every day I'm seeing more of
Yeah.
them. People taking whole blocks.
Yeah,
And it'll be one house and there'll be those
farms.
little, you know, those,
Yeah, greenhouses.
they call them Quonset huts. But they're greenhouses. Yeah, and they have between 3 and 6 of them. And they're pretty big, so they're doing a lot of shit. Whatever they're growing.
What's like 2 streets off of like Holbrook and like right there, Holbrook and 75 there. When you get off the ramp and you take it down, there's like there's that Grandy's Coney Island. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
2 streets
Yeah.
over. You
That's off
ride-
of Nevada.
Yeah, you ride down there and there's that barbecue joint by the park.
Yeah.
And it always smells fucking fire, but like there's all these goddamn gardens over there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like I want to see what's up. Like, how can I join? Like, how can I like contribute?
All you
Because
gotta do is go talk to them. You can volunteer.
like they've got their gardens, but it looks like they do need like some extra.
You can volunteer.
help.
You volunteer and they give you vegetables and stuff to go home.
They give you shit
That-
to do. And
that's-
Well, see, that's what we'll do.
I wouldn't mind doing.
When I get smoke monkeys going, half of all the money I make is going to charity. And I'm gonna,
Smoke monkeys.
yeah, the smoke monkeys.
The smoke monkeys, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think of a fucking bag tag name.
A what?
Bag tag. So in disc golf, they have these things called bag tags, which is, it just has a number on it. And you play for them. It gives
Oh.
you something to play for. It's a way to gamble without actually
Oh,
gambling money.
I see what you're saying, without using money. Yeah.
And like I want the number 1 tag to actually be, you've seen them online, those like official size wrestling belts
Yep.
that you can have etched out
Yep.
and made up. I
Yep.
want to get that,
That'd be slick.
and that way I can have it etched in every year, whoever finishes. But
Yeah.
at the tournament, whatever tournament I figure out,
Yeah. That'd be nice.
you know what I'm saying, and do that. But I've been trying to think of a name. We were smoking Aces back in the day, but I don't know. I think there's a Smoking Aces out there somewhere in the area.
I've heard of it.
So
yeah.
I don't know if I can use the Smoking Monkeys though.
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't know. I just don't know if it works for disc golf. Like, there's
Monkeys work for everything. That's the beautiful thing about a monkey.
From,
That's the beautiful thing about a monkey.
if you believe in evolution.
You can use them for anything. Monkeys do all kinds of shit.
It's
They
true.
smoke cigarettes. They smoke joints. They do all.
They
Monkeys,
steal your babies.
They steal your babies. They steal
that video?
They steal your food
Did you ever see that video?
on a motorcycle.
Yeah, where it comes down on a little motorcycle, and then
Oh.
and you can see that when I was there, someone was talking about it. Like you could see that, like it's the monkey getting dragged away, and it just happens to have a hold of the child.
Right.
But it looks like the monkey's actually running away with the child.
I know.
I think you showed me
Oh,
that.
I saw this thing about India. These monkeys in India are something else, dude. They do whatever the fuck they want. And a lot of the places over there don't have window panes in their windows. If people come home, it'd be 3 or 4 monkeys in their house, man, going through their cabinets and shit.
I wish it would show me who's on here.
But I got the inspiration because of a couple of things. The movie 2001, when it starts off, it's a bunch of monkeys playing with sticks and stones.
2001.
Space Odyssey.
Space
Space
Odyssey.
Odyssey, okay.
And then he throws the bone up in the air, and as the camera shoots it, all of a sudden it turns into a space station, and they're in outer space.
What year did 2001 come out? Like,
In the 80s?
No. It came out in 60 from...
Oh, was it 60s?
Yeah, it was before the space landing. That's why he directed...
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Kubrick was a 60. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but that's
Wow.
what I'm saying. Like, I was...
If it was in the 60s, it had to be at the end of the 60s, like 69.
No, it was before the moon landing. It was like...
And the moon landing was in 69.
It was like 66.
Or 67. Yeah, it might have been 67.
That's tripped out to me that he did that.
Rob is dead.
What the fuck?
I finished it.
Why is it blinking red?
Because it's dead.
It knows when it's dead? And it blinks?
Yeah. It's a fucking...
It's got got a sensor in there.
pretty
then.
It's not a sensor. It heats that bowl.
It's an element.
An element, but the heating... Oh, sorry. Hiccup.
But how does it...
The heating... It has a computer on board that keeps... Like, you have 4 temperatures you can get to.
Oh, okay.
So it can heat it up to 425, 500, 650.
So forth, yeah.
So on and so forth.
So once it
And
gets
that's
to
the different colors.
Oh, okay, because it was
Red
green
is
to
actually-
turn red.
Well, red it means it's dead, but you can actually run it at red, and that's one of the colors.
Okay.
And then you can run it at blue, which is the coldest, and then white is the hottest.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, so it's like...
What they gonna come up with next?
Dude, that ain't even... I mean...
What the fuck are they gonna come up with next?
Like, I can't believe how good that
It's... That... I wonder if that's Mike. It'd be awesome if that's Mike doing my lawn. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, what are you're still paranoid, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the bars have opened up and all that stuff, and a couple friends of mine called me, oh, we're going up to the bar. I'm not going up to no fucking bar. Sorry, dude.
Dude, I'm paranoid of enclosed spaces. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
right.
thing-
And I don't want a lot of people around me that I don't know.
Dude, going into the fucking Speedway fucking killed me the other day. There was like 8 people in there in a little ass Speedway, and 6 of them didn't have masks on. And it was like, and they don't give a fuck, dude. They don't give a fuck with a personal space.
I don't give a
They
fuck
locked
when
the
they go
door.
in
They don't
anymore.
give a fuck.
Huh?
I go in without a mask.
Why? It's not about you, dude. That's the thing. It's not really about you.
I'm not worried that I'm a carrier anymore.
You might be.
I'm self-isolated.
Okay, but you walk into a fucking place where there's people who aren't safe at, so it can
Great.
sit in the air for. That's the problem with indoor spaces. It can sit in the air for a long time.
But I'm
and because you don't have a mask, I mean, it may not protect. Mask may not protect you, but it's like the statistics say that it's.
I'm of good health, and I'm outside riding my bike now. I don't have a vehicle, so I'm riding my bike.
What do you mean you don't have a vehicle?
My vehicle was totaled.
Was stolen?
Totaled. I got hit by a drunk driver.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
here, isn't it?
Miraculously, she hit me at pretty much a dead stop, going like 65
Wow. What?
to 70. Yeah. Yeah. I shouldn't be here, dude.
Fuck.
Not at all.
They're driving crazy out there, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They're speeding and running red
It was
lights.
the first week the bars had opened. And of course she had a White Claw, or a case of White Claw, and an open White Claw. So I assume that she probably came from the bar, got a little 6-pack of White Claw, was going home or whatever, and bam, got me.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, that's life. People haven't been driving drunk for 2 to 3 months, so to think that, one, that you could do it just in the first place, but then do it without 2 to 3 months of practice of doing it if you are a lush.
Well, see, I'm wearing a mask, especially now, since they've had these outbreaks in Florida, Arizona, North Carolina, and see, the thing about the United States, people travel all the time. You can come in contact with somebody from Florida tomorrow.
I'm just trying not to go, dude. I can't be isolated for 2 weeks. You get isolated for 2 weeks, and then I get isolated.
No, you can't. I mean, you can't.
What the fuck happens?
But at least wear a mask if you gotta go.
Yeah.
Put a mask on.
It helps with the fucking. They've proven that it helps with the spread.
It helps with everybody.
But what if
if everybody put a mask on, this shit would go away.
But the outdoor thing, what if it is the UV light? Like,
who says you can't? I'm not telling you to use a mask outside. I'm telling you when you go into an enclosed area, you should use a mask. Outside, you don't need one. It's too hot right now.
What if they go, all right, all day, every day, it's open for business. The minute sun goes down, everything's closed for business.
What does that have to do with anything?
But what if it's UV light that kills shit?
They already tell you can't sell fucking alcohol after a certain point. They tell you can't do things all the time.
Yeah, but
and no one fucking says a shit about it. They're not telling you that you can't open your store at midnight. They're just saying, hey, guess what? Here's a suggestion. Wearing masks would cut down the spread. They didn't say you have to wear a fucking mask. Nope. They didn't say you're going to get fined. No one said anything like that. They just said, hey, and then people went, you can't tell me what to do.
Instead of just everybody complying and get rid of this shit.
Why? Why are you doing that? Instead of questioning it like you would do, just question it. And if they give you an answer that says, okay, well, that makes sense, then I will do it.
But again,
but I mean, it's just a mask.
It is.
And it takes 5 seconds.
You can call it. You can't help how people.
Your freedom,
psychologically receive a statement that if we had
if we taught people how to be fucking human and not so fucking selfish.
With freedom comes responsibility.
And when the freedom ends, when you're affecting me. Your freedom, and right now there's a chance you could be blowing. You know what I mean? Like you could walk into a gas station and just cough 2 or 3 times and infect 15 people. And out of those 15 people, 3 people end up in the ICU. And those 3 people now have $40,000 worth of fucking hospital debt because someone didn't want to wear a mask.
You know what else? A lot of people
coughed, it would have coughed.
But if you think that you have that type of hygiene, like, yeah, I do know that there are a lot of uncouth people that don't have good hygiene. And that whoever that's to blame, you can focus that however you want. But the fact is, most rational people aren't going to be going in a store sneezing and with a drippy nose unless it's absolutely necessary.
Okay, get the fuck out of here. They're not wearing a fucking mask. You're telling me they give a fuck about a runny nose and whether you're going to get sick? They want their fucking goddamn coffee.
But you know
they're going to get their fucking coffee and do this and grab that pot and fill it and then do this again and grab some other shit and do that, and they don't give a fuck. But you can't even put on a mask, so you tell me they're going to take 2 seconds to fucking realize that they're sick? Again, it's about the other people. It's just trying to be considerate to the people you're around. Considerate to the world.
And you know what else I found out? Which a lot of people, if they know it, they act like they don't. You can get this and you can recover. You can lose it after a while. But almost everybody that gets this ends up with some amount of kidney or liver damage. and they have to take medicine for the rest of their life.
I heard it was respiratory.
Yeah, well, most of the people.
It is all it's a respiratory disease.
Yeah, but kidneys. They say the kidneys get affected first, and most of the people that have had COVID and had to be hospitalized now have bad kidneys. They'll have to take some kind of kidney medicine for the rest of their lives. So, you might survive it, but you're still going to end up.
You're probably going to survive it.
Yeah.
The percentages say that you're probably.
But you wouldn't want to have kidney disease. Kidney disease is some fucked up shit.
Yeah, you don't want anything wrong. You don't want to come out not being able to breathe.
Yeah, to
It
me,
takes time to recover from pneumonia. When you have inflammation in your lungs, it kills part of your lungs. You have to rebuild it.
That's why I'm glad I got that pneumonia shot, and I got the flu shot.
like, I feel like supremely fortunate in life that that for the most part, somebody like me can go through their life and have minimal, illnesses and just have to, I do some like.
How old are you?
30, about to be 30.
Let me tell you something, man. In my entire life, I have very seldom ever been sick. I almost never had headaches. None of that shit. I used to roller skate. I used to do karate. I used to do a whole lot of shit. I was very physical, and I was fine. But if you live long enough,
It catches up.
oh fuck yeah, it does.
I bet.
Oh fuck yeah! I don't care who you are.
I mean, I do know
Even
when
if
my
you
knees
exercise
ache.
at some point.
Even at some point,
Unless you're blessed with those genetics,
yeah. There's a handful of people like that.
the lottery.
Pain tolerance is a huge factor in that too.
Well, I have
being
a high.
able to go through
I
pain.
can go through
on your
pain.
daily.
I can go through pain.
I've
Pain.
been pretty blessed about. I either don't feel pain, or I've been pretty blessed about not having much.
Yeah, I don't have much, and I kind of most of the time when I get pain, I know how to ease it or get rid of it.
Some of like the worst back pain I've ever had in my life is just me bending over in the last 2-3 years. Bending over and looking, and then going to get back up and like having to
You
go
can feel
slow.
that, yeah.
Yeah, and I know what it is because I'm not really working out right now.
You're not
On a
stretching.
not on a regular basis like
Yeah.
I should be.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, my core's weak. So I'm trying to do something. I'm sitting in a position, and it'll get stronger as I sit in this position over and over again. Because sometimes I actually position myself to try to like put all the weight in a certain area as I'm trimming
yeah.
to kind of help hopefully build that back up.
Well, I learned when I'm trimming now, I can trim for a while, but I gotta stand up and trim. Then I sit down and trim. I can't just sit there and just completely trim without standing up.
Yeah, I believe it. Well, we're also talking about live plants. That I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So it's like getting in there and bending down.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, goddamn.
Yeah.
I know how blessed I was because I had carried a whole lot of extra weight on my body, and I'm lucky that my knees don't hurt.
You're right.
Way worse than
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
because they should. I've not been healthy. I've lived the American life.
Yeah.
Tried to eat what I can eat and survive how I can survive. And my cells are shit. They need to be rebuilt with new cells.
I was a healthier eater when I was younger.
Because it was easier.
You know,
There's
when
less
I was
fat
younger,
More available.
and I wouldn't have to eat that much either. Sometimes I only eat once a day.
It was less fast food.
But I ate a lot of fruits. and
That's the
shit.
thing I tried to.
I was a fruit.
Fruit nut, you said.
Yeah, for 2 years, that's all I ate was fruit and nuts.
I've thought about that.
And it was good.
Fruit nut would be great if I was in a warm climate, just eating all that.
Yeah, because you got some exotic fruits down there that are
Oh,
crazy. Have you had that jackfruit?
No, I've never had it.
It's fucking
But
good.
all you gotta do is you can find it right out there at the.
No, I mean they have these jackfruit packets that are already like marinated up for you.
Oh.
So when you can just fry it up and it's
I
like
see what you're
fried
saying.
up fucking pork.
Well, no, but that's where I'm kind of confused. Exactly what is it? Is it a fruit? It's a fruit.
It's a fruit that has the
But
texture.
it doesn't have a sweet taste.
No, it has the texture, and it doesn't really have any taste. You have to put seasoning on
You
it
see,
to get
yeah,
a taste.
yeah.
And it's a bland,
It's the
very
texture.
mild taste.
It's the texture.
Yeah,
was.
like cantaloupe, but way milder, I think.
Yeah.
But you season it, and the texture and the shred and everything, it has that kind of pork feel in your mouth.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's, there's...
It's a weird looking plant too.
I don't know. I want to, I've been on that sweet potato and eggs in the mornings. That shit's fucking... That's some killer breakfast. But at the same time, I fuck up sometime during most of the day. There's shit food around here. I want to buy fresh, but the fucking fresh food sucks. You get it, and 3 days later, you don't even want to eat it.
You end up throwing food out.
Yeah, because it looks like it's fucking rubber. It's like, God, what'd you fucking grow this with? It's like making me feel like I really need to work on it, maybe put an investment into a greenhouse. Or take part of my basement and actually use it, try to strategize how to hang up vines and shit like that.
To grow food.
Beans and shit like that.
That's a good idea.
And some sweet potatoes downstairs.
That's a good idea.
So I'm going to try to figure that out. I don't know if I have enough light yet.
That is a good idea though, man. If I had enough land, a bigger area, I would do that.
Well, it's on the front porch. I would just put my first 2 slips of sweet potato in the dirt.
Yeah.
And my buddy Chef gave me fucking 2 sunflower seedlings. Those will be in the front yard. Hopefully they're fucking above the porch. Massive,
Yeah, Lenny Sinclair, she used to grow those every year.
sunflowers.
Oh, in the front of her house, it'd be about 12 or 13 of them, and they'd be huge. It looked beautiful. Yeah, she grows them all the time.
Yeah, I would grow them.
In fact, she was growing them in the backyard. She had weed, sunflower, weed, sunflower, weed, sunflower. And when they got big, you couldn't even see the weed.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
Because they had some over there that were above the fence that were fucking massive. So
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Probably used for a sport.
Oh, they get big.
Yeah.
They do get big.
That's a
Flowers
good
are salad.
snack, man. That's such a good snack.
Yep. And there's a lot of seeds in there, too.
Yeah, you grow your own.
There's a lot of seeds in there.
You can supply yourself with it because it's got.
I'm looking at the fly.
I know. Sorry.
Did you just catch the fly?
Yeah.
Bruce fucking Lee.
That fly was weak.
Yeah.
He got high. He was fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
He got
I
fucked
used
up.
the fucking weed. I used the weed
He got
for-
fucked up.
But anyways, I don't know. I mean, you're fucking human. I'm not gonna tell you I can't tell you what to do with your life. If you want to do what you want to do, but at the same time, I feel like I've been telling him. I feel like this is a spark that he's gonna use. I feel like he's been not wearing a mask on purpose, knowing that it would rot because there's people out there that this freedom shit is fucking dumb. I love my freedoms. I get it. I love to be able to say that fuck the president without going to jail. But at the same time, I worry that this dude at some point will throw me in fucking jail because he's literally said it. There's fucking people now saying that he said that he would kill the fucking journalists that talk against him.
Oh, killer. Oh.
He's gone. We don't have to worry about him. He's done.
You say that.
Stick a fork in
You say
him.
that. This shit comes back in a wave and starts killing millions of people. You don't have an election.
There's gonna be an election. Believe me.
He'll fucking. I'm telling you. Maybe I'm
It's
wrong.
too many. I think it's too many people that aren't saying anything that would. It's too many people in government and around government. Generals, old senators, old congressmen, people that have seniority. They know what's going on. They've discussed this already. If that motherfucker loses the election, thinks he's gonna stay in the White House, he's got a rude awakening.
It's not even
But
about that.
what
If
do
you have I'm trying to explain to him. If you have 3 million people die in this country in a matter of a month, if all of a sudden it just
Oh, you mean a real
recurrence on a level? Okay, and again, it has to be on the level of the fucking Spanish flu.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. If it comes back on that kind of level, it gives them a reason to shut us the fuck down to an extent where they never have to let us go.
No,
That's my fear.
I don't see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because if 3 million people die in a month, if September happens and it's so fucking bad that 3 million people die, or in October, 3 million people fucking leave this earth, you're not having an election in November.
It's going to be million. It'll be
So you just don't have one.
But
Oh, no,
He
you
will
don't have
shut
one.
it down. He will take martial law. People will start rioting like you wouldn't believe. They already riot now because of one death.
I'm trying to tell you, man. It's an avalanche.
Because people would, shops will shut down. Who's gonna fucking work? If there's a chance you could die tomorrow without even fucking knowing it.
Now the economy will go down, yes, but he's not going to stay in the office any longer than the vote is.
Well, wow.
You ain't got to worry about that.
Indicate. I'm just saying this worst case scenario. This
Yeah.
is that fucking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is, say, I was talking about alternate timeline. I love in my head sometimes to just kind of like imagine different realities, like, you know, Rick and Morty shit, obviously, back to that, of like, what happens if the Japanese don't, if they don't let, because you know that there's talk, like, there's a section that believe that Pearl Harbor was allowed to happen like 9/11.
Yeah, false flag.
Not a false flag. Allowed to have. There's a difference. False flag is something that wasn't real. This was, oh, we heard that they're coming. We knew an hour, like a day before that they would be there, but we didn't do it because we wanted them to
Go into war.
Go into this war. Yeah.
See, the majority of Americans before the Japanese invaded
Didn't want to fucking
they wanted to be isolationists. They didn't want no part of the war in Europe.
Yep.
It's over there.
The first one caused.
Let it stay over there.
It's one of the reasons they believe that, like, some people, the flu came with it. Like, that's one of the reasons the flu was so deadly, is because of that war. And they didn't want. Yeah, I get it.
World War One.
Yes. So if World War II happens and Pearl Harbor doesn't happen, they stop it from happening because they warn them and they start shooting down planes and they're prepared, right? So it doesn't happen, and U.S. never gets in. Well, I don't think Russia or anyone else or England could have done, like, if they don't win.
Well,
Because
I couldn't see the scenario that the United States wouldn't eventually get involved.
that's the thing, though. You have to-
Eventually.
No, but that's, you got to understand, in my mind, the reason this scenario works is because of that movie we saw where they took the Nazis and they brought the Nazis over here, right? The same shit happened at the end of the Civil War. Those people never left power, and those people are white supremacists. Can we agree on that? They were people who wanted white dominance.
Yes,
That's why they...
we could agree on
Yes, that's why they enslaved brown people,
Right.
because they thought they were better.
Right.
So they stay in power. They're still in power in the 50s. You know what I'm saying? So they want the same thing the Nazis want.
that. Well, to a certain degree, yes.
Yes, to enough
Yes.
that the people in power at that time, because remember, racism is super bad in America at that time. Jim Crow's happening,
I know.
all that shit.
All
It's the
that.
basic same shit as the Nazis are doing to the Jews is happening. Not, well, no, let me rephrase that. Yes.
Yeah.
If you take it over time,
In
they kill
parallel,
just as
we're
many
very
black
similar.
people.
Oh yes, maybe even more.
Yeah, maybe
because
more.
no one knows
There was
how
no
many,
record. Yes.
and there's no record of how many ships sank.
No, not even. We're not
on
talking.
the way over here.
We're talking in the 50s in Jim Crow era when they
Oh,
were just lynching
okay.
people
Yeah,
for
yeah,
no
yeah.
fucking reason.
Yeah.
You walked on my saddle, hang them up,
Yeah.
that type of shit.
Or they just hang a motherfucker. They hang a motherfucker.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, they just, oh, you looked at me, or I saw that bulge in your fucking pants.
Did you
Because they
see-
didn't have underwear back then and shit.
have
pants.
you ever seen the pictures before?
What, of hangings?
Yeah.
I've seen them. Yeah, I've seen some pictures.
Oh, there's some horrible ones, man.
Yeah, they're not good.
There's some horrible
It's
ones.
definitely not something you should, like. I get it. It's not something. My point is they're the same as the Nazis. They're the people in power in America. They just pretending that they're not. You know what I'm saying? So if they don't get into World War II and the Nazis take over Europe and they take most of Russia,
Oh, I see the scenario.
they
you're
never
talking
fucking
about.
lose power. They keep power for 10 years, 15 years. At some point, the United States eventually becomes allies and is able to, they start genociding their own problems. You get what I'm saying? It gives them permission, because now there's no Europe
Right.
to say, hey, you can't be doing that.
Well, there's
shit.
no nothing.
Yeah, there's no allies.
There's no allies.
They become part of the action. I could see the U.S. if.
Well, the only allies. No, there would be other allies. But
My point is,
few and far between.
my point is, in this imaginary timeline, that's what happens. Is the U.S. doesn't get in because of whatever.
So the Nazis are running everything.
Nazis basically don't lose.
They're running everything.
And the U.S. never gets into it. So eventually, U.S. and Nazi, like U.S. starts adopting, because remember, they internment camp, they put fucking Japanese people in internment camps and shit like that. So they keep doing this shit, and they eventually start doing what the Nazis do, and they become partners with the Nazis. And that's just my.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that's what would happen, but that's my
alternate universe.
And that's how I could put it together. Is you got the power structure from the World War or the Civil War is still in power. It still wants their white supremacy.
Right.
It wants to go back to a world where they can own people. And the Nazis don't give a shit if you own black people because they're not people anyway.
They don't give a shit anyway.
Yeah, they're you know what I'm saying. Own who you want. You know,
right.
fuck. Just don't. You just can't. You got to follow the fucking rules that we put across.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And I could see that because again, there's a lot of Nazis in America.
Yeah.
There's definitely
a lot of Nazis probably in our government.
No, I meant there was Nazis in America during the war.
Yeah.
During the war, they were just that was a party. It wasn't considered evil.
There were Nazis and not Nazi sympathizers. Lindbergh was a Nazi sympathizer.
So was Trump's dad.
Yeah. And his dad was also in the Ku Klux Klan. He was in both.
Yeah.
That's why Trump is so screwed up. It's because of his dad.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Most people are screwed up because of their dad or mom or whoever raised them.
Whatever influence they had.
Well, yeah, if they didn't have anyone raise them, that's part of the problem too. I mean, it all comes from where you start. You start, like the guy I was listening to before you showed up was talking about that, and his parents, like his mom was a professor, so they had some money. They were upper middle class, but they were hippies, so they bought a cheap house in a poor neighborhood. So he went to school with poor kids, and he just couldn't understand why they just hadn't they couldn't do anything. They fall asleep. They were not, they couldn't finish their homework. None of them got out. None of them went to college. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. He was like, I'm trying to figure out why that happened. So he did 2 studies that he just, when you interrupted me, he was talking about the Monopoly study. Not interrupting me, but when you showed up.
Yeah.
In a Monopoly study, he gave one person more dice and more advantage. And they played the game. And
Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Right.
And obviously the person that won was the person with the more dice and the bigger bank to start, right? So it was the after that was what they were looking for, and what they were looking for is when they talked to everyone that was in an advantage situation that won, it never was I had the advantage. It was it was always their strategy, like how they did it. Oh, I went in this and like basically as if they didn't have the advantage, as if what they did was gold, even though they had 4 dice compared to the 2.
2, yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
I don't know if dice.
They had a leg up.
Whatever the fuck it is.
They had a leg up.
Exactly the thing. Another thing they did is they did a study in Berkeley where there was a crosswalk where you're supposed to stop for the pedestrian. It's just how it works. When there's a pedestrian, you're supposed to stop.
Yeah.
43% of the cars that were wealthy cars didn't just right through the stop.
Yep.
But almost all poor cars
Stop.
Well,
And they say it's an effect of this capital. But all his studies have got him to believe that it's an effect of capitalism in the sense that it's a way to ignore the enormous advantages you've had. You know what I'm saying, in the system that's here. You know what I'm saying, and just ignore it. So I didn't Like talking to.
It didn't apply to some things.
Like talking
didn't
to
apply
MC.
them.
Like talking to MC, where he's like, we all started at the bottom.
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't start at the fucking bottom.
Exactly.
You didn't start. He definitely didn't
He
start. At the bottom.
definitely didn't start.
Because
at
I
the
didn't
bottom.
start at the bottom, and I started fucking 50 floors below him.
I didn't start at the bottom, but
No, you didn't
know,
either. But I'm just saying,
Yeah, shit.
it doesn't
You know,
matter where you
life
start.
is-
You're gonna feel like it. Like
life is life, and you get dragged through the bottom.
Yeah, but be
if you're
honest.
lucky,
But be honest with yourself. Don't be
liberate
Kylie
yourself
Jenner.
from that.
Or what's the youngest one? Kylie. Who's the youngest one?
oh, the babe,
I don't know.
The billionaire. The one that actually became
the
a
one
billionaire or
that's
something.
actually good looking.
Yeah, she became a billionaire or some shit like that.
Last year, yeah.
And they said she was a fucking self-made billionaire.
Kylie? Is it
Kylie?
Kylie? I don't know.
I think
One
Kylie.
of them.
Kylie, yeah.
Self-made billionaire.
No, she's not self-made, but that's what they say.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like they got
How
this,
you
now
gonna
they've got this
her
image that-
dad was a lawyer, right?
No, I get that, but she was
Or-
again. She started with
And
the.
her-
They were
Like
rich.
Trump.
She was born.
And her stepdad.
She was born into a rich
Mr.
family.
It's
Would,
like
might
Trump.
as well be Captain America.
It's like Trump with
Yeah.
his million.
Yeah,
I
born-
only started with $1 million loan, as if that's not some kind of like.
And that was a lie. They found out his dad gave him
Oh, all this money.
like $400 and some million.
No, they funneled all this money through him.
Yeah. They said when he was 8 months old, he was making $200,000 a year when he was 8 months old.
Well, because his dad was a mobster. That's how he owned
And
everything.
he was laundering money and all kinds
Yeah.
of shit.
They didn't want to pay any money. Like they didn't want to pay that.
They didn't want to pay taxes.
They didn't want to pay taxes at all.
No, at all.
And it's back to that whole I earned it up and it's all mine. I deserve it more than you do.
But what's American?
What-
What's
what-
patriotic?
What about his latest
Is
thing?
it-
You hear about the latest stuff that Bolton said? He told the Chinese
Oh yeah.
guy that
That's that book. I'm actually thinking. I don't want to buy it. I just want to find it. Maybe I'll go to the library and see if I can get it.
Look at Chris America.
Of course he is.
Come on, man. He's always there. He's got the shirt, guns out, sun's out, baby.
said guns out.
Sun's out.
Yeah, and it's hot out there too. No joke.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's tough.
It's close. If it's not 90, it's real close.
I know, which is nice because downstairs is at 86 in the hot corner.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why you had to pull those things away because it's like 86 in that corner.
Gotcha. That's why. It's,
Yeah, pay attention to the fucking temp.
I see you added another fan too, didn't you?
Yeah. You gotta pay attention. I wanted one fan in that back corner if possible. See if you can figure out a way to get one back there.
get one back.
What kind of
there.
electric bill do you have a month?
It's not as much as it was. It used to be $1,100 a month.
Whoa!
Yeah, easy $1,200 a month.
Shit.
Now it's only like $750.
Okay, that's a lot better.
Only.
Well, again,
It's still a lot better
I
than
get
11, 7, 8.
fucking a plant and a half.
Yeah.
If you get 4 ounces on a plant.
Right.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
better than that.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, at 4 ounces a plant, I mean, that's what I'm saying. So it pays it off. Like, it pays it off.
Yeah.
It's worth the fucking $750.
Exactly.
Because at the other place, it was the same. It was like, and now with this fucking, I just got the 3 Gavitas. That's gonna drop it again. I guarantee it's gonna be fucking. Because I'm gonna go from
They're more efficient.
10,000 watts draw, close to 10,000 watts draw, to fucking 3,000
That's a big difference.
with so much more efficiency and such a better fucking
Wow.
like I'm gonna
Technology.
You
Like,
can
I could
just
get-
see it.
get 4 fucking ounces off each plant. And I'm not going to. The plan is to get 6 or 7
Yeah.
or 8. Actually, 8 is the plan. 8 per plant is what I want. But even at 4 ounces, at that kind of energy draw, I mean, it's shit. You can't beat that with that light. So, but we'll see. You done?
Yep.
Alright.
I was moving on. We did about an hour.